Now on Good Morning Northwest, two very different visions for ending the Ukraine war collide at the White House today. President Trump pushes Ukraine to negotiate while its leaders say Russia must end the war it started. We have details on the diplomatic showdown.
Thunderstorms in the inland Northwest to start this morning. I'll tell you where they're headed next and how long they're going to stick around today in my First Alert forecast.
Firefighters attack the Sunset Fire from land and sky as it doubles in size near Lake Ponderay. Forced closures are in effect and boaters face new dangers from falling debris. At the latest on containment efforts. You are watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News now. So glad you're with us. I'm Robin Nance.
And I'm Natalie Grant. Today is Monday, August 18th. Welcome to it. We're going to start things off with meteorologist Matt Gray and a look at that First Alert forecast. Coming off of a rainy weekend.
Yeah, coming off of some rain, some much needed rain this weekend. We got some more that we're tracking this morning as a little disturbances moving through the inland Northwest, particularly across the central part of Washington state. We are seeing some much needed rain. That's come with quite a bit of thunder and lightning that has been for the last hour and a half, at least around Moses Lake. We've been hearing lots of thunder and lightning off and on. We've got that rain that extends all the way up now close to the Inchelium area in Ferry County from places like Moses Lake and Othello. Soap Lake and Ephrata still seeing some decent rainfalls. They mentioned the thunder, the lightning, the rain still going over Moses Lake. Basically, each of these cells are just tracking one after another after another. You may end up seeing some standing water on some of those streets where when we do see heavy rain, some of that water can pool sometimes. So something to keep in mind there, that you may see some standing water out there. We're seeing some wet weather here as well. Starting to see some of this rain begin to fill in around the Fort Spokane area as well, where the Spokane River dumps out into Lake Roosevelt. Also keep an eye in Spokane County, this little shower, which is just north of Spangles. So on the south side of Spokane, we are going to be looking over the next 30 minutes for at least a little bit of rain to work into that area this morning. These isolated storms, they are going to mainly just stick around for the morning. Once we get to the afternoon, we're going to be talking about some hotter weather and eventually some quite hot summer conditions as we head towards the end of this week. We'll take a closer look at your extended forecast coming up in a few minutes.
All right, Matt, thanks so much. This morning, the stage is set for President Trump to meet with Ukrainian President Zelensky and European leaders at the White House.
Comes after Friday's high-stakes summit with Russian President Vladimir Putin. ABC's Nicole D'Antonio is in Washington with the details.
This morning, President Trump prepares to meet with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and other European leaders at the White House. It comes as President Trump continues putting pressure on Zelensky to negotiate, writing on social media that Zelensky can end the war with Russia almost immediately if he wants to, or he can continue to fight. Zelensky responding overnight, writing, quote, "Russia must end this war, which it itself started. And I hope that our joint strength with America, with our European friends, will force Russia into a real peace." Secretary of State Marco Rubio saying a peace deal is still far off and both sides must negotiate.
You can't have a peace agreement unless both sides make concessions. If not, it's just called surrender. And neither side is going to surrender.
The British Prime Minister, French President, and German Chancellor are all among the European and NATO leaders joining Ukraine's president as he meets with President Trump. The meeting comes following President Trump's summit with Russian President Putin on Friday, which led to no agreement. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff, who was in the talks, saying the United States did get Russia to agree to a future U.S. security guarantee that if Ukraine is attacked again, the U.S. could defend it.
We were able to win the following concession, that the United States could offer Article 5-like protection, which is one of the real reasons why Ukraine wants to be in NATO.
Sources tell ABC News that Putin is demanding Ukraine give up the Donetsk region in exchange for stopping further attacks. But Zelensky, who was not included in Friday's summit, saying Ukraine will not agree to give up any more territory and that those discussions can only happen with Ukraine at the table.
The constitution of Ukraine makes it impossible to give up territory or trade land.
Over the weekend, Russia continuing its attacks, launching missiles and drones across eastern Ukraine. Today, President Trump will greet Zelensky outside the West Wing at 1 o'clock Eastern, followed by their meeting with European leaders in the East Room. Nicole D'Antonio, ABC News, Washington.
In our Fire Watch coverage this morning, early today, we received new information about the wildfire burning south of Sagal on the bank of Lake Pend Oreille.
Updated data shows it's grown to about 3,200 acres and forced the closure of some parts of the North Idaho Panhandle National Forest. The Bonner County Sheriff's Office issued the closure notice yesterday. The shaded area here indicates the area is closed to the public, the Sandpoint Ranger District. It encompasses all the National Forest Service lands along the western shoreline of Lake Pend Oreille. This is to keep everyone safe while more than 300 firefighters work to contain the Sunset Lake fire. Now, there is a fine for anyone who violates this closure. And since this morning, the Sunset Fire is still at 0% containment. Level 1, 2, and 3 evacuations remain in place while crews work to secure containment lines from both the land and sky. The Bonner County Sheriff's Office is also advising boaters out on Lake Pend Oreille to watch out for any falling ash or debris from the Sunset Fire. Those who choose to go out in the water should use extreme caution. The Idaho Department of Lands will be holding a fire information meeting. That's tonight at 6 o'clock at the North Summit Church on 201 North Division Avenue in Sandpoint. If you want to attend but can't make it, the IDL will record it and post it on its Facebook page.
Turning now to the Crescent Fire, the one burning about 900 acres on the border of Lincoln and Spokane counties. It is 27% contained as of this morning. Crews are still working to secure the fire's perimeter. It's burning between Crescent Road and Devil's Gap Road at the northeast corner of Lincoln County and the western edge of Spokane County. Light morning rain over the weekend helped keep fire activity low, giving firefighters better conditions to work inside the fire lines. Level 1, 2, and 3 evacuations still remain in place. We'll keep you updated on all happening with those fires. 6:06 is your time.
Checking back in with meteorologist Matt Gray, taking a live look outside this morning. People got some wet roads out there.
Yeah, there have been some wet roads this morning, especially in eastern Washington. We are looking at Cataldo this morning, where we're seeing some pretty cool looking clouds, and that's what most of us are seeing right now. We'll continue to look for some scattered showers. We'll show you where they are headed next. Coming up.
Air Canada flight attendants refused to end their strike even as the government orders them back to work. More than 100,000 passengers remain affected by the ongoing labor dispute. We have the latest on flight disruptions just ahead.
And the United States suspends visitor visas for Gazans over national security concerns. Secretary of State Rubio cites evidence of terror group connections. The controversial decision and its impact when we come back.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Olympus Living of the Spokane Valley. Independent and assisted living for adults 55 plus.
You're busy, so at Car Wash Plaza, we're open 24/7 to match your schedule. Plus, we have safety surveillance lights and security cameras throughout the facility. It's easy with multiple payment options, cash, debit, or credit. There's even more reasons to visit our Car Wash Plaza. Our discount cars ensure major savings, and they're good at all our locations.
Car Wash Plaza, it's the best in the Northwest.
Whoa.
With summer almost over and the kids soon headed back to school, now, more than ever, is the perfect time to get that new flooring or some stylish new cabinets before winter arrives. From Northwest Granite and Cabinets.
At Northwest Granite, our showroom is packed full of great ideas. From stunning granite, marble and quartz countertops, to modern-looking wall panels, and a large selection of flooring options. Northwest Granite can help you design it and install it so you can enjoy it.
Too busy being busy? Then it's about time you got lazy. real lazy, and shop the brands that invented truly comfortable furniture. So kick your feet up, because Lazy Boy is now at Furniture Row. Browse and drowse in our collection of stylish and customizable recliners and sofas, and experience the durability and relaxation you've come to expect from Lazy Boy. Plus, unwind guilt-free with special no-interest financing. Here's to doing less in some well-deserved comfort with the Lazy Boy collection, now at Furniture Row.
It is 6:10. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. The United States is suspending visitor visas for Gazans.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio addressed the suspension yesterday. He said the move is necessary because the government has received evidence some organizations arranging these visitor visas have ties to terror groups like Hamas. Meanwhile, Laura Loomer, who's an ally to President Donald Trump, is taking credit for the pause in visas after she claimed some families arriving from Gaza threaten U.S. national security.
The Republican governors of West Virginia, South Carolina, and Ohio announced Saturday they will send National Guard troops to Washington, D.C. in an escalation of President Donald Trump's efforts to federally take over law enforcement in the city. West Virginia's governor said his state was sending 300 to 400 National Guard troops to the nation's capital. South Carolina authorized the deployment of 200 troops, and Ohio said it'll send 150.
The U.S. Postal Service will honor the late President Jimmy Carter with a new stamp. This Forever stamp will come out on October 1st on what would have been 39th president's 101st birthday. The Postal Service's art director designed this new stamp. It features an image of Carter from a 1982 painting created by Herbert Adams. Carter died last December at the age of 100.
And a big week ahead for the Menendez brothers. After more than 30 years in prison, a California parole board is reviewing their case. Eric and Lyle were convicted of killing their parents in 1989 and originally sentenced to life without parole. Earlier this year, they were resentenced to 50 years to life, making them eligible. Supporters say the brothers were abused and deserve freedom. Even if the board agrees, the governor can reverse the decision within 30 days.
Takeaways today in your forecast. Some storms out there this morning. But as we head to the afternoon, we'll head kind of back to the pattern we're expecting for most of the week. A lot of dry days are ahead of us.
More than 10,000 Air Canada flight attendants will continue their strike despite back-to-work orders from the Canadian government. Last week, we told you about these mass cancellations and travel chaos that happened when thousands of attendants walked off the job. Today, the government is ordering flight attendants back to work. The airline even announcing that it would restart flights, but union leaders say the strike is still on. The flight attendants have been negotiating for a new contract now for months. The demonstration left more than 100,000 passengers stranded, and of course, we'll still keep you updated on that. Yeah. Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:12.
Buy now, pay later services appear everywhere, from groceries to electronics. Financial experts warn those loans could hurt your credit score if you're not careful. What you need to know in Money Saving Monday coming up.
First, let's take a little commercial break. And as we go to a break, here's a live look at one of Spokane's crown jewels. Manitou Park's Duncan Gardens right now, just absolutely stunning. The flowers are in bloom. We will see you for more Good Morning Northwest coming up right after this commercial break.
Wildfire season is here. Protect what matters most with meteorologist Chris Crocker.
We track the winds, the humidity, the lightning, because even the smallest change can lead to disaster.
The First Alert Weather Team, only on 4 News Now.
Get RV show pricing now at every Blue Compass RV. All RVs must go, starting at just $101 a month. Each backed by a complimentary 1-year VIP membership to RV Complete, exclusively at Blue Compass RV. Hurry in today.
Always dry scoop before you run.
Listen to me. A hot dog diet got me shredded.
It's time we listen to science. One A Day is formulated with key nutrients to support whole body health. One A Day, science that matters.
First, they dip into science. Then, they dip into yum. Everyone will love the combination of crunchy sticks and creamy Nutella. Nutella and go. Dip into yum.
One call, that's all, means we take care of everything after your car wreck.
From dealing with insurance companies to helping you find doctors and repair shops, we're here to guide you from start to finish.
After my car accident, working with Craig Swap and Associates made the whole process so easy. They communicated with me and let me know what the next step was every step of the way.
Call Craig Swap and Associates today. Let us make your recovery simple. One call, That's all.
509-999-9999.
Hi, I'm Randy, owner of Router 911 Sewer and Drain.
Sewer and drain cleaning at half the price of the larger competitors. 24/7 service for all of your sewer and drain cleaning needs in Spokane, 535-3136.
Anybody who wants to get lumber, they get it from Ziggy's, right?
Oh, of course. We have over 14,000 items, the majority of them being building materials, sheeting, lumber, roofing, anything you need for your home.
Ziggy's!
Yeah, Ziggy's.
Shriners Children's Spokane has been providing the most amazing care to children for more than 100 years right here in Spokane.
On September 4th, tune into 4 News Now to donate and show your support.
Learn about ongoing research, improved treatments, and hear stories about local children and their families' journey.
Shriners Children's provides pediatric specialty care always, regardless of a family's ability to pay.
We'll raise much needed funds to continue to provide superior care to children in Spokane.
Help us spread the word and tune into 4 News Now all day, September 4th.
If you're looking to add more elegance and security to your home, then check out the doors of possibilities from McVeigh Brothers. At McVeigh Brothers, they sell Therma-Tru doors with more than 300 different styles to choose from.
We're working for you. Get RV show pricing now at every Blue Compass RV. All RVs must go, starting at just $101 a month. Each backed by a complimentary 1-year VIP membership to RV Complete, exclusively at Blue Compass RV. Hurry in today.
Travel for Adventures is brought to you in part by TourMosesLake.com.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
Welcome back. It is 6:16. From a new refrigerator to headphones, even groceries, people are clicking buy now, pay later as a payment option.
But financial experts warn, know what you're signing up for. Kirsten O'Connor has those answers in this edition of Money Saving Monday.
Buy now, pay later loans, and that's what we should call them because they are loans. They're often integrated into like checkout processes, especially online.
You may recognize companies like Klarna and Affirm popping up as payment options during online checkout. If you read the fine print with these transactions, they usually offer no interest or fees on 4 smaller payments if you make them on time. But what are the penalties for a late payment?
So the benefit could be that if you use these well, you might see a boost in your credit score. The downside of that is if you don't use them well, now it's very likely that you're going to see a negative impact to your credit score.
Some recent changes with FICO, one of the main credit scoring companies, added buy now, pay later data to determine your credit score. John Maroney, financial engagement manager at Numerica Credit Union, says it's just important to know what you're signing up for.
And what we often find is the more complexity that we add to our payment life, aka the more payments, the more likely it is that we're going to be late.
Returns are also different with buy now, pay later.
So if you're expecting, hey, I bought this thing using buy now, pay later yesterday, I'm returning it today and I'm getting my money back today, that unfortunately is not likely to happen.
One tip is to ask yourself before making a purchase with buy now, pay later, is this something I'm comfortable keeping?
Clothing, for example, people return that all the time. It's not the best thing to buy with buy now, pay later because it's likely that you'll be returning it. So it's just you're probably going to get your money back. It's just going to slow down the process.
Good tips there. Yeah, those options, you see them everywhere.
Yeah, it's a little scary, like with the groceries. It's like, oh, by the time you've already gone through your groceries, you still owe money on it, you know? It's a little scary. What's not scary is the temps. I started to went into my car this morning, I was like, it's going to be jacket weather soon. I kind of felt like that a little bit. I mean, it's nice out.
We've gotten a lot of those vibes here this month because we've been able to open the windows more than a few days. This weekend was an example of that. And now it's time to close the windows.
Yeah. My AC is going back on.
Yeah, and you're definitely, well, you'll see. You'll see the reason why coming up here in the extended forecast. But let's start with this morning. Temperatures very comfortable right now in the 40s and 50s. Got about a 10-degree difference between Sandpoint and Spokane this morning. Pullman's at 58. We're at 45 in Colville, 60 and thundering in Moses Lake still. You can see the building clouds here, especially the dark skies as you look to the west, where we're seeing a lot more of that activity here. As we head towards 7, 8, 9 o'clock, that's when we're going to have that opportunity, I think, for at least a couple little showers around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. But at this point, I don't think that it's going to be nearly as active as what we've seen so far this morning in central Washington. And it has been active. Still hearing some thunder, seeing some lightning around the Moses Lake area. So let's zoom in on that here, where it's just been one storm after another, one one cell after another, dumping rain, dumping rain. We're going to get a very short break here in just a minute, but you already look down towards the Pothole State Park area, and there's another shower, although it looks considerably weaker than some of the thunderstorms that have been sitting over Moses Lake, but you got another one that's going to head up in your direction. So pretty rainy start to the day around many parts of Grant County. We're going to continue to see these lines of wet weather continue to track northward. So places like Colville and Chelan, Chewelah, this is all kind of headed in your direction. So something to keep in mind. Don't leave home without some sort of rain gear later this morning. Meanwhile, things are going to be very isolated for the rest of this morning. Early to mid-morning around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. Got a little bit of rain trying to roll up the Palouse Highway from the Lake Tahoe Golf Course into the Moran Prairie area. So we'll likely see a small sprinkle there around Moran Prairie, the Glen Rose Prairie as well as we head through the next 30 minutes or so. Other than that, pretty dry around Spokane, around Coeur d'Alene. As we mentioned here, we're going to, for the next few hours, look for at least a small chance of rain in the I-90 corridor. Temperatures will be up towards 70, 80 degrees as we head towards 2 o'clock. And by the afternoon, we are in the mid-80s, so we are going to jump about 5 degrees from where we were sitting over the weekend. It is a beautiful evening for the North Idaho State Fair. I think they have, I think it's Midland in concert tonight. I'm a big Midland fan. Sorry, I have to go to bed before that. Mid-80s here for the afternoon as well. In Coeur d'Alene at the Kootenai County Fairgrounds. It's going to be a great end to our day and really some good fair weather overall as we go through this week. So if you are planning to head to the North Idaho State Fair, things are looking pretty darn nice. Just remember, as we get into this weekend and whatever you're doing this weekend, it's going to be hot. So make sure you're planning ahead for that. And it is Monday. You know what that means? It's time for our Pet of the Week.
Our pet of the week is a powerhouse of energy, and playing fetch is a favorite of hers. Meet Xena. At 3 years old and weighing in a little over 50 pounds, she will keep you active and smiling at her antics. She's quick to learn command signals, and a little water is always a plus for her. Xena would love to be your one and only pet and take all the love and toys for herself. If you cannot adopt right now, but would like to help animals like Xena, consider attending this year's annual dinner auction Tales at Twilight, Saturday, September 6th at Companions Animal Center. To purchase one of the remaining tickets or for more information, visit our website at companionsanimalcenter.org.
Oh, sweet Xena. Ooh. Go take her home. She looks smart.
Smart with a lot of energy.
Yes. Good morning, Northwest time right now, 6:22.
Oh, one of the biggest Seattle sports names is officially honored in statue form. After the break, hear from the WNBA legend coming up next in Morning Sports.
Thanks so much for kicking off your week with us right here on Good Morning Northwest. Here's another live look at beautiful Duncan Gardens in Manitou Park. It's just a dream right now. Don't go anywhere. We'll have much more coming up here on Good Morning Northwest after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
For more than 20 years, Blackhawk has electrified country fans. Experience them live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino, Thursday, October 16th. Visit the Coeur d'Alene Casino box office or cdacasino.com for tickets.
Winning is just the beginning.
Life is an opportunity to grow, to feel, to excel. Life moves at its own pace, daring you to keep up. Life pushes you to be better, to go farther. Life has you here. We're just here to help.
Did you know that Spokane Hyperbaric Center uses oxygen to reduce pain, inflammation, and swelling?
I didn't know that.
Did you know that hyperbaric oxygen therapy promotes new blood vessel growth, fights infection, and releases more stem cells from your bone marrow?
I didn't know that.
Would you like to know if Spokane Hyperbaric Center is the right choice for you? Go to hyperbarichope.com to find out.
Spokane Hyperbaric Center gave us hope. And now you know.
Rarely seen by human eyes, the Sasquatch emerges, drawn by something powerful. He is a creature defined by torque, and an unrelenting pursuit of adventure. He finds kinship with the apex predators of the automotive world. Observe his ritual admiration. Motor Trend Truck of the Year and Bigfoot's Choice. At Lithia Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Fiat of Spokane, the hunter becomes the hauler.
Frisky's World.
Come on, let's explore.
That's made with real salmon.
Look what I found. Little soups for cats.
There's the delicious taste of tuna we treasure.
Definitely coming back tomorrow.
Friskies, always more to explore. In over your head with the price of doing laundry these days? Arm & Hammer Deep Clean Liquid Detergent cleans 3 times more loads than premium tile detergent at the same price. Clean deep without spending deep.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. A nice relaxing stay? We got you. Wanna be entertained? We got you. Wanna play golf all day? We got you. Go to Lake Casino. Go to Lake Casino. Where winning is just the beginning.
You can now find one of the biggest Seattle sports legends of all time permanently in front of Climate Pledge Arena. Welcome into Morning Sports. I'm Sydney Berger. WNBA All-Star, Hall of Famer, and Olympic gold medalist Sue Bird is now being honored in bronze and just became the first ever WNBA player to be given a statue. Bird spent 19 seasons of her career with the Seattle Storm. She retired in 2022, retiring her number in 2023, and then becoming a minority owner of the Storm. After being drafted first overall, Bird went on to win 4 WNBA titles with Seattle and rack up a record number of assists. During her speech, Bird describes why she chose a layup as her statue's pose.
My very first points in the WNBA at Key Arena as a rookie were on a layup. My very final points in the WNBA were at Climate Pledge on a layup.
Among her long list of supporters, Bird made sure to thank the city of Seattle for always having her back and says the community will always have a special place in her heart. Well, it's not the Mariners if they don't take you on a roller coaster. Their 8-game win streak from last weekend is far behind them as Seattle fell to the Mets for the series finale. The loss also marking the second straight series loss. The Mets up 3-0 early on. Jorge Polanco hits one into center field right above New York's second baseman, so Julio Rodriguez logs a run. Seattle's George Kirby on the mound, and the Mets, they get a good look here. That ball is a goner, and it goes for a 3-run home run to put the Mets up 6-1. So the Mariners are down 7-1 when Cal Raleigh gets up to bat with a man on first. That fly ball to left field goes just over the wall for a 2-run homer, Cal Raleigh's 47th of the season. But the late game heroics were not enough, and the Mariners fall 7-3. That'll wrap us up for Morning Sports.
Get ready for some laughs. Comedian Demetri Martin is coming to Spokane this fall. The comic is bringing his Quick Draw tour to the Bing Crosby Theater Friday, October 3rd at 8 o'clock. It is an all-ages show. Tickets are on sale now, starting at $40. You can find the link to get yours on KXLY.com. Fun, because a lot of shows aren't all ages, so
it's true.
Bring the whole family. It's now 6:27.
AT&T agrees to pay $177 million to settle 2 data breach lawsuits. We'll explain who's eligible and how much money you could get. That's next.
Plus, right now, Green Bluff's peach orchards are bursting with fruit after last year's crop failure. We'll show you where to pick the perfect peaches before summer ends. That's after the break. And as we go to break, here's your first look at what's coming up on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, Rip Current rescues.
I came down with my family, and for the whole week, it was just insane.
So-called flash rip currents hitting Hampton Beach in New Hampshire. Over 100 people rescued in the last week alone.
You could be at waist, chest depth, in the water, perfectly fine, and then a set comes through, a set of waves, it kicks up the sand, it rips that sand out.
And just days ago, drone video capturing a high-stakes rescue in New Jersey. Crews pulling 5 people out of a deadly rip current. A 31-year-old father did not survive. Now, as Hurricane Erin threatens to bring rip currents to the East Coast, we'll try out the latest advice from experts on how to stay safe.
The ocean's a dangerous playground. It could take you in a second.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more on these dangerous rip currents. Plus, Ginger Z has the latest on the track and timing of Hurricane Erin. With your GMA First Look, I'm Victor Okendo, ABC News.
My generalized myasthenia gravis was unpredictable and limited what I could do. But Ultomiris is continuous symptom control with improvement in activities of daily living. It is reduced muscle weakness, and Ultomiris is the only long-acting GMG treatment with the freedom of just 6 to 7 infusions per year for a predictable routine I can count on.
Ultomiris may lower your ability to fight infections, increasing your chance of serious meningococcal and other infections, which may become life-threatening or fatal. Complete or update meningococcal vaccines at least 2 weeks before you start. If treatment is urgent, you should receive antibiotics with your vaccines. Don't start if you have a meningococcal infection. Infusion reactions may include back, belly, limb, or chest pain, muscle spasms, blood pressure changes, tiredness, shaking chills, bad taste, breathing problems, or face, tongue, or throat swelling. Ultomiris is continuous symptom control. Talk to your neurologist today.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Jacobs Custom Living.
Let's do it. August 28th through September 1st, the 44th annual Pig Out in the Park returns to beautiful Riverfront Park. Free admission, 65 food booths, 300 menu items, 4 adult beverage gardens, and 88 free concerts on 4 stages. Headliners include Too Slim, Sammy Eubanks, Tone Loc, the Blues Beatles from Brazil, Atomic Punk's Van Halen tribute, and BCDC's AC/DC tribute. For a complete list of food booths and bands, go to pigoutinthepark.com. August 28th through September 1st, attend the 44th annual Pig Out in the Park.
Andy's Heating Cooling guarantees to keep your home safe and cool. Your home and office comfort is Andy's priority. Stay cool this summer with a new air conditioning system from Carrier.
My air conditioner was not working. All I needed was a replacement sequencer. I called another company and they wanted to replace the unit for over $10,000. I was so glad I listened to my neighbor who recommended I get a second opinion from Andy's.
Turn to the experts. Andy's Heating Cooling since 1972, thanks to you.
For over 25 years, Dr. Arvind Chaudhry and Summit Cancer Centers has remained true to 3 core values. 25 years of coming together to develop the most complete and personalized treatment plans available. 25 years of providing the most advanced treatments and non-invasive radiosurgery in the country. 25 years of taking you on a healing journey from diagnosis to recovery.
And we are not stopping there. We will continue to offer the most comprehensive cancer treatment in the Northwest.
Summit Cancer Centers, integrated, innovative, inspired.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
The 4 News Now Story Tracker kicks off this half hour with a story that could put some money back in your account.
Millions of AT&T customers could get thousands of dollars in cash payments as part of a $177 million settlement over 2 data breaches. The first one impacted 73 million customers whose information was found in a data set on the dark web. The second breach included the telephone numbers of nearly all the company's cellular customers. According to the settlement website, customers who were impacted by either breach will be eligible for a claim. If you're part of that settlement, you'll receive an email notice.
101 people have been diagnosed with Legionnaire's disease in New York City. City health officials say at least 4 people have died from the serious bacterial lung infection. The infection was likely spread by Legionella bacteria from cooling towers on buildings in central Harlem. Legionnaire's disease is treatable with antibiotics. However, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says it's more dangerous for older adults and people with weakened immune systems.
Good morning, Northwest. Thanks for starting your day with us. I'm Natalie Grant.
And I'm Robin Nance. Welcome to your Monday. It's August 18th. We want to start things off with meteorologist Matt Gray and your first alert forecast.
And it's a little busy out there on the radar this morning. Here's the look over the last hour at quite a bit of shower and storm activity in the central part of Washington state. So let's take a closer look. Still seeing some rain, as we've been seeing basically all morning long around Moses Lake. So we're picking up some good amounts there. Cooley City still seeing some rain this morning. Starting to see a couple of showers move in towards Davenport. All of that wet weather in the central part of the Columbia Basin is going to be moving into places like Inchelium, Colville, Chewelah. So these little sprinkles in the mountains that are starting to come down over the valleys. Just the start of what will be a wet mid to late morning. Also keeping an eye on a shower that is moving towards the Spokane Valley Mall here this morning. So this is basically moving right over the valley, and we'll be tracking just to the north side of the mall here. This one little sprinkle, that's what we've got, at least for now, around Spokane. But I do expect to see at least a couple more isolated showers through about 9 o'clock or so, and then things begin to change. I'm tracking a warm up in your extended forecast coming up.
Matt, thanks. In our fire watch coverage early this morning, we received some new information about the wildfire burning south of Sagal on the bank of the Lake Pend Oreille.
Yeah, updated information shows has grown now to about 3,200 acres and forced the closure of some parts of the Idaho Panhandle National Forest. The Bonner County Sheriff's Office issued this closure notice yesterday. The shaded area you see here indicates the area is closed to the public, the Sandpoint Ranger District. It encompasses all the National Forest Service lands along the western shoreline of Lake Pend Oreille. And there is a fine for those who violate this closure. Now, as of this morning, the Sunset Fire is still 0% contained. Level 1, 2, and 3 evacuations remain in place while crews work to secure containment lines from the land and the sky. The Idaho Department of Lands will hold a fire information meeting this evening at 6 at the North Summit Church in Sandpoint. If you can't make it, the IDL will record and post the meeting on its Facebook page.
The Crescent Fire is burning about 900 acres on the border of Lincoln and Spokane counties. Crews are still working to secure the fire's perimeter right now. Now, we just checked and it's 27% contained. It's burning between Crescent Road and Devil's Gap Road at the northeast corner of Lincoln County and the western edge of Spokane County. Level 1, 2, and 3 evacuations still remain in place.
Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. may face a setback in his push to limit pesticides and ultra-processed foods. A new draft of the Make America Healthy Again report, first reported by the New York Times, doesn't call for banning pesticides. Instead, it recommends using them more precisely and setting a clear definition for ultra-processed foods.
Something is poisoning the American people, and we know that the primary culprits our changing food supply, the switch to highly chemical intensive processed foods.
The White House is not confirming the report, but the administration has already moved to phase out artificial dyes, and big brands are starting to follow. Well, it is all smiles and sticky fingers at Green Bluff, where peaches are ripe for the picking.
Now, you might remember last year, orchards were practically bare, with no peaches or cherries to be found on those trees. But this season, it's a whole new story. Hunter Bertram has taken us to the orchard.
Today at Green Bluff, the sun is shining and the peaches are ripe for the picking. The toughest job today, finding that perfect peach.
Yeah, it was my dream picking up peaches.
These peaches are the sweet reward for growers who endured last year's fruitless season.
Everybody complained about last year. Every person I've talked to has complained about last year, but
last year, Green Bluff's peach and cherry trees were left out in the cold, literally with a harsh winter freeze nipping their buds. But just a few months ago, we saw the first signs of hope. Buds covered the trees. And these trees telling such a different story this year, filled with peaches, a great sign for these growers. Nora Duran, visiting from central Mexico, is savoring every juicy bite with her family today.
Yeah, we've tried many of them, and they are delicious. They are juicy. We've had a wonderful time. The whole family were visiting, so it's amazing. It's an amazing experience.
You can feel the excitement at Beck's Harvest House, especially after last year's dry spell.
The people, the turnout is just, it's triple, you know, it's just so amazing.
I'm seeing many people smiling, picking up peaches. The day is beautiful. We're having the time of our lives. For me, it was a dream picking up peaches.
This year's crop also a peachy delight, promising a long season full of flavor.
We're going to have a long-lasting season. It just makes more opportunities for people to come out and experience the orchard.
And if you're looking to score on some of these juicy peaches, best to come before the end of summer. Bring your kids out, just one more hooray before the start of the school year. At Green Bluff, I'm Hunter Bertram for News Now.
And they are so good. You got to taste them a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
I went over the weekend. Amazing.
I know. I wish I had some left. We devoured ours, and
I'll bring one for you tomorrow. We have too many.
Okay, please do. And it's now 6:38.
Checking back in with meteorologist Matt. Great, Matt. You got to get up and go get some peaches.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, or you could bring one for me.
I could spare a peach or
but
two.
You need to get up there and enjoy.
I know, it's the experience, Matt.
That is true.
Maybe not this morning, right?
Yeah, this morning with a couple of showers kind of hanging around. By this afternoon, not really worried about adverse weather for peach picking. And really this week, going to be some good peach picking weather. May want to maybe bring some extra water, though, for the weekend. Your extended forecast is coming up shortly.
Summer fun, it may still be going strong, but that first day back to school is creeping up on us. A little planning now can save a lot of stress later. Up next, tips to help kids and parents feel ready and excited about the new school year.
Plus, a high-stakes situation on I-90 really had things slow moving. how a cow ended up on the freeway and how they were able to get him off. We'll tell you a little later here on Good Morning Northwest.
Plan your day with Matt Gray, only on Good Morning Northwest.
Check engine light on? Brake squeaking? Don't guess. Just bring it into Perfection Tire.
Complete service and certified technicians. We can fix it. And right now, save big with rebates on select Cooper tires.
Nobody beats perfection.
Bill's Heating and AC has not one, not two, but 3 warehouses overstocked with top quality air conditioners. To clear out inventory before the end of the year, we're doing something we've never done before. Advertising our guaranteed lowest pricing for all to see. Right now, you can get a full heating and cooling system installed for only $6,500 to $8,500, depending on capacity. Call now before this amazing deal goes away. Call 208-777-5528.
Right now, you could help make life-changing wishes come true for local kids with critical illnesses. This month, 4 News Now is teaming up with Make-A-Wish for the Wishes in Flight mileage drive to help local kids like Hazel.
I met a mermaid on mine wish.
Scan the QR code or visit our site to donate your airline miles. It's fast, easy, and every mile makes a difference. Your support will give sick kids hope, strength, and joy. Let's make wishes take flight together.
Your garage door is more than just an entry point. It's also an escape route. That is why our highly trained technicians handle every job with unmatched professionalism. From broken springs to noisy rollers, we'll get your door running smoothly, securely, and fast. Precision Garage Door Service. Fast, reliable, and friendly.
Happy anniversary from McVeigh Brothers. This month, if you'd like to upgrade your home with some new Coeur d'Alene windows or maybe a new roof, we're offering an anniversary special. Or no money down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 6 months from McVeigh Brothers.
From tires to tune-ups, Perfection Tire is your one-stop shop.
And right now, save big with rebates on select Cooper tires.
Quality you can trust at our lowest prices. Nobody beats perfection.
I hope for people that choose to watch my forecast on Good Morning Northwest is as you're making your plans for the day, you know what's coming up for your day and how to plan it, and that you have a little bit of fun on the way.
Plan your day with Matt Gray, only on Good Morning Northwest.
Welcome back. Just about 6:42. Backpacks, bus stops, and back-to-school jitters. The new school year is almost here. That often means a shift in morning and evening routines. Consumer Reports shares smart strategies to help get everyone organized, motivated, and ready for a fresh start. Summer might not be officially over, but school principal Mark Cernadiger is already working to make the first day back to school smooth for everyone.
As a principal and as a dad, I know how hectic that first week of school can be.
Morning, boys. Welcome back to school.
So it really helps to have a routine in place to reduce stress.
One of the most important steps, getting back on a regular sleep schedule. You can help your child get ready by moving their bedtime about 15 minutes earlier each night until they reach their regular school routine.
Try to shut down screens at least an hour before bed. Both the light from screens and the stimulation from devices may make it harder to fall asleep and worsen sleep quality.
Simple steps like picking outfits the night before and starting the day with a healthy breakfast can help kids feel calm and focused throughout the day.
Having a nutritious breakfast that includes lean protein, whole grains, fruit, or even vegetables can help keep blood sugar levels steady so your child can concentrate better and have more energy throughout the day.
Same goes for lunch. Try sliced grilled chicken on whole grain bread, baby carrots, and some berries, and water to drink. Make sure your kids are up to date on their wellness visits, sports physicals, and vaccines. If they're starting middle school, they may need Tdap, HPV, and meningococcal shots. And don't forget the flu shot, best before the end of October. And if you're worried about first day jitters, visiting the school early or planning a play date with a friend from their new class can help ease the nerves.
We want kids to feel excited about coming back to school and ready for a great year ahead.
Also, another tip, having a good after-school routine makes a big difference. Setting aside time for homework, play, or downtime, and a healthy snack helps kids find that balance.
Takeaways today in your forecast. Isolated storms around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene still possible here over the next few hours. Then it's going to be dry, and it's going to be dry for a while.
Matt, thanks. Good morning, Northwest time right now is 6:44.
Hurricane Erin strengthens to Category 4 as dangerous rip currents threaten the entire East Coast. And lifeguards report more than 140 rescues in 1 week at a single beach. The latest next.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
At Fred Meyer, you never compromise. You get up high quality that's guaranteed fresh and down low prices on over 1,000 items. With quality and savings that add up, Fred Meyer shoppers never compromise. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
For over 100 years, we've gathered here. Dusty boots meet blue ribbons, and fair food meets family tradition. At the North Idaho State Fair, we're not just making memories, we're keeping tradition alive. Join us August 15th through the 24th for the best 10 full days of unforgettable memories right here in North Idaho. Get your tickets now at nisfair.fun for the North Idaho State Fair, presented by ICCU.
My name is Joyce Prather, but I go by Joy. My husband and I moved to Orchard Crest just from my daughter's house. When we walked in, I said, oh, this is it, because it was so beautifully decorated. The people here are amazing. The staff is amazing. Everything that we were hoping for turned out to be what we got. If somebody walked up to me and asked about Orchard Crest, yes, I would certainly tell them to come here.
Summer's heating up, but your home doesn't have to. During Mainstream's No Sweat Summer Sales event, it's easier than ever to upgrade your comfort with the best financing offer of the year. For a limited time, enjoy 6 months, no payments, no interest on new AC systems. Stay cool, save big, worry less. Call Mainstream today or visit mainstreamhomeservices.com to take advantage of this amazing offer. Cooler air is just a click or call away. Don't sweat it. Mainstream has you covered.
You've worked hard your whole life. Now when you need Social Security disability, they make you work even harder. Paperwork, phone calls, delays, just to get denied? You've paid into the system this whole time. And this is how you get treated? That's when you call 1-800-LAW-0842. We've helped thousands of people get the benefits they deserve, even if they've been denied. We'll navigate the system and work hard for you. Call 800-LAW-0842.
At Fred Meyer, you never compromise. You get up high quality that's guaranteed fresh and down low prices on over 1,000 items. With quality and savings that add up, Fred Meyer shoppers never compromise. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
4 News Now is brought to you by Shriners Children's Hospitals.
Welcome back. Your time right now is 6:47. Hurricane Erin is intensifying as the East Coast braces for its impacts. Its outer bands lashed the Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico over the weekend.
It has just strengthened again into a Category 4 storm. It's still not expected to hit the U.S., but there is a risk of life-threatening surf and rip currents up and down the East Coast. Here's ABC's Rhiannon Alley.
Overnight, Hurricane Erin strengthening back to a Category 4, packing winds of 130 miles per hour. A state of emergency declared along North Carolina's Outer Banks, and some residents ordered to evacuate ahead of potential flooding from Erin. Erin bringing heavy rain and wind to parts of the Caribbean over the weekend. Its outer bands lashing the Virgin Islands and flooding parts of Puerto Rico. Thousands there without power. As Erin tracks north, the first major storm in the Atlantic, bringing dangerous surf from Florida to Maine. Waves up to 12 feet expected in some places. But the biggest threat is expected to be dangerous rip currents. Lifeguards along the East Coast already on alert after recent drownings and a number of rescues. In St. Augustine, Florida, crews saving a swimmer swept nearly a mile offshore. And at New Hampshire's Hampton Beach, more than 140 people were rescued in just 1 week as so-called flash rip currents hit the coast.
You could be at waist, chest depth, in the water perfectly fine, and then a set comes through, a set of waves, it kicks up the sand, it rips that sand out.
Just days ago, the waters at the New Jersey shore turning deadly. Crews pulling 5 people ashore after they got caught in a rip current. A 31-year-old man did not survive. Experts now say the age-old advice of swimming parallel to shore may not always work. ABC's Victor Akendo recently tested out why.
It's taking us to the left.
Officials now urging do less. Take a moment to determine which direction the current is flowing. Then try and swim perpendicular to that direction. When you can no longer fill the pool, swim at an angle back to shore. And if you can't, float until help arrives. Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
And here is a look at Erin this morning. You can kind of see the eye area tightening up a little bit, so another sign that it is intensifying. It's going to be moving extremely slowly for the next couple of days. One reason why they're so worried about those waves on the East Coast, because it's going to stay almost in the same spot and just keep building and building those angry seas in the Atlantic. Back here at home, we've got a couple of lightning strikes just to the northwest of Newman Lake here from this little shower that's come through. Also on the east side of the valley, we've got another little sprinkle that is headed through there. This is in between kind of the mall and the Barker Road exit there. We're seeing a couple of sprinkles there. So could hear a few area rumble of thunder around the Peon Prairie. Let's zoom out a little bit. Places like Davenport here down at this intersection. Not sure why the map's not showing it up, but we got a couple of thunder boomers out there as well. Just a few miles to the west. Starting to finally calm down just a little bit around Moses Lake, but we're still seeing a little bit of rain this morning, and there will be some more showers here for at least the next hour or two around Grant County. So great to be picking up some good solid rain. Where's all that wet weather heading? Well, it is headed north through the Wilbur area, Davenport, Chewelah, Colville, all going to be picking up some more rain as we head through the late morning, and that's where the bulk of the action is going to be. You could see this rough simulation of the next couple of hours kind of showing you where everything is headed towards. So that's what we're looking at for this morning. Once we get past lunchtime, all of this wet weather will have moved off into Canada, and that brings us to your 7-day forecast, which is going to be warmer than the last few days for sure. We're all going to end up in the 80s. Get ready for some hot weather this weekend.
Matt, thanks. Well, people had to move out of the way yesterday on I-90. A cow got loose on the westbound side of the freeway near the Hamilton off-ramp. Take a look at that, just hanging out in the middle of the road. All lanes were blocked around 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon as law enforcement and the cow's owner had to corral it back onto the trailer that it managed to escape out of. The road reopened around 4 o'clock. Thankfully, there were no injuries, but I'm sure someone's dinner was a little late there.
Oh, boy.
Bummer.
All right. Matt had some great puns. Something about having a beef with his owner.
Yeah.
And, it's on the lamb. And they just kept coming. Oh, boy.
Good morning, Northwest time right now is 6:52.
So you have your morning sprint coming up next.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Beat the heat. Always water before 10 a.m. or after 6 p.m.
It's that time of year again. Time to donate to Coats for Kids. Kootenai Health is a proud sponsor of the first Coats for Kids opening day at the North Idaho Fair. Bring a new or gently used coat to the fair on August 21st and receive free admission, compliments of Kootenai Health. Help kids in need this winter and make sure they have a warm coat to go outside when the weather turns cold. Coats for Kids, keeping kids warm for almost 40 years.
Thanks to Kootenai Health, leading the way in advanced health care for our region.
You're the eyes on the pool, the keeper of peace, and the sunscreen warrior.
Still trying for that cannonball record, huh?
But why not make your money work as hard as you do? Get 3.5% APY with an Ascend checking account and let your hustle earn dividends. Visit p1fcu.org/earn to learn more.
We invite you to Missisquoi Casino Hotel, where jackpots, food, and fun come together. As the area's only non-smoking casino, we're proud to be the place that treats you right. Stay and play, enjoy live table games, your favorite gaming machines, and bet on your favorite players and sports with Caesars Sportsbook. Check out our event space for your next special gathering. We're located north of Spokane on Highway 395 near Chewelah. Plan your visit today at Missisquoi.com.
At Gold Seal Plumbing, we do one thing, and we do it well. We're plumbers. In fact, we're the largest plumbing company in the region, and we're proud to say we've been voted the best plumbing company since 2009. We give you upfront pricing so you know exactly what you'll pay before we start. And we do everything from drain cleaning to trenchless sewer repair. So if you want plumbing done right the first time, call a plumber. And call the best. Call Gold Seal Plumbing. We're on our way.
Click It RV is the home of the lowest price guarantee, so we are having a nobody beats a Click It RV deal sales event happening now. Receive up to $6,000 over NADA book value for your trade through August. Pay $0 down and pay 0 payments for 6 months. Shop new and used RVs from all the major manufacturers. Get a free Traeger grill with every purchase, plus it's your last chance to win a StarCraft trailer or $30,000 in cash, drawn at the end of August.
Be a winner like me and get the Click It RV.
Nobody beats a Click It RV deal sales event happening now until the end of August.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
It is 6:54, time to get ready to take on your Monday in the morning sprint.
Some people are seeing storms this morning, but the warm summer weather is making a return this week. We got meteorologist Matt Gray in your forecast.
Plus, your kids can get a free back-to-school haircut in Spokane Valley or Post Falls. We'll tell you where.
But first, in our Fire Watch coverage, early this morning, we received new information about a wildfire burning south of Sagal on the bank of Lake Pend Oreille.
Updates show it's grown to about 3,200 acres and forced the closure of some parts of the Idaho Panhandle National Forest. The Bonner County Sheriff's Office issued this closure notice yesterday. The shaded area indicates the area is closed to the public. Sandpoint Ranger District. It encompasses all of the National Forest Service lands along the western shore of Lake Pend Oreille. There is a fine for those who violate this closure. As of this morning, this fire, the Sunset Fire, is still 0% contained. Level 1, 2, and 3 evacuations are in place while crews work to secure containment lines from the land and the sky. The Idaho Department of Lands will hold a fire information meeting at 6 this evening at the North Summit Church in Sandpoint. If you can't make it, the IDL will record and post the meeting on its Facebook page.
The Crescent Fire is burning about 900 acres on the border of Lincoln and Spokane counties, and we just checked, it's at 27% containment. It's burning between the Crescent Road and Devil's Gap Road at the northeast corner of Lincoln County and the western edge of Spokane County. Level 1, 2, and 3 evacuations are still in place.
We have seen some showers and thunderstorms this morning across many parts of eastern Washington. We'll have a small chance of a sprinkle or an occasional rumble of thunder this morning around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene through about 9 a.m. After that, we're going to see more and more sunshine as the day goes on. A little bit warmer today than we saw this weekend with highs in the mid-80s.
President Trump is meeting today with Ukrainian President Zelensky and several European leaders at the White House. The talks come just days after Trump's summit with Russian President Vladimir Putin, which ended without any clear agreement. The White House is pushing for Ukraine to come to the table and negotiate. Zelensky is pushing back, saying Russia needs to end the war, not Ukraine.
You can't have a peace agreement unless both sides make concessions. If not, it's just called surrender, and neither side is going to surrender.
European leaders are supporting Ukraine in today's discussions, while behind the scenes, Russia is still demanding control of the Donetsk region. Zelensky has made it clear that's not going to happen. For updates on what each side's demanding and the role of European leaders in today's talks, tune in to Good Morning America.
Well, children are invited to get free back-to-school haircuts in Spokane Valley and Post Falls next week. The Man Shop is hosting its second annual free back-to-school haircut event on Sunday, August 24th and Monday, August 25th. The event gives students ages 5 to 18 complimentary haircuts to get them looking fresh for the new school year. It goes from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Spokane Valley location on East Sprague on Sunday. Then Monday at the South Beck Road location in Post Falls. That's also from 10 to 2. All services provided are on a first-come, first-served basis. For times, dates, and locations, head to KXLY.com.
And we'll be back with a final check of weather with Matt right after this break.
Custom is more than choosing from a few fabric options. With our custom upholstery, you get control over almost every detail, so you can design a piece that's perfect for you. From the style of the arms and legs to the cushion type and pillow shape. Perfect style, perfect comfort, created for you. The Custom Comfort Event. Get 30% off store-wide at the Tin Roof.
Arthritis causes pain in your joints. Unlike pills, Voltaren gel is applied to the site of pain, penetrating deep through the skin to the joint, reducing intense pain caused by inflammation so you can move more freely. Voltaren, clinically proven long-lasting arthritis pain relief.
Skies partly cloudy over Spokane, and we have seen a little shower that moved through the valley, even produced 1 or 2 lightning strikes just within the last half hour. We'll continue to see that isolated storm chance over the next couple of hours. After that, everybody's going to dry out eventually in the afternoon. We'll see temperatures in the mid-80s. Really looking like a quite nice week, but it is going to be on the hot side as we head into Friday, and we'll have hot conditions for many people, the last weekend of summer break.
Well, thanks so much for starting your Monday morning with us here on Good Morning Northwest.
Yeah, so glad you joined us. We'll see you throughout the morning on Good Morning America with live local updates. GMA starts now.